Ba-ba-da. Damn, what was it called? Dude, am I live? I don't even know if I'm live. Wanna dude, that song is stuck in my head. Hold on. The Drifters. There we go. Ah, the Drifters. Am I live? I am live. Okay, word. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. Ah, okay. Let me move this around. Let me turn that off. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys can hear me this time because I was muted before. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Heron podcast with me, the one and only Matt. Um, here on the Social Soccer channel, season ticket member since 2020. Former employee, former volunteer for in Miami, CF, photographer, journalist, content creator, soccer enthusiast, all of the above, whatever, all the check boxes crossed off. So I appreciate you guys for being here tonight. Outlaw, thank you for being here pretty early. Honestly, nobody really shows up here until like a couple minutes in. So I appreciate you for being here this early. Um, yeah, man, you got it close with the prediction. You got a 2-0 prediction for Inter Miami to win. Um, it's not a bad call. Obviously, the clean sheet is a ballsy move, and like with Inter Miami in general, especially this season. But I respect it. I respect it because I thought we were gonna get a clean sheet. I genuinely thought we were gonna like break the clean sheet, um, or like break the amount of games we go without having a clean sheet. But we didn't. But it's fine because we got a 2-1 victory at Charlotte. It was a pretty back and forth game. We're gonna talk through it. We're gonna go through what happened throughout the game, talk about the key moments, and we'll talk about the starting 11. We'll see, what I liked, what I didn't like, and yeah, and we'll see obviously what you guys have to tell me what you thought of it as well. First, I mean, we'll take a look at the starting 11 first. We looked at it in the preview very briefly, but we didn't get a formation or necessarily or anything like that. Obviously, because they don't give that to us anymore. Ever since all that data hate has started, they stopped giving us like the actual formation that they would put out. So here, let me pull up this. Let me close this out, minimize this. Okay, and then let me put this at full screen. If I can do that, I can switch to this. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to this. Perfect. So this is what the thing looks like. Let me actually move myself over there. Perfect. So this was the starting 11 for today. Obviously the 4-3-3 as always, nothing out of the usual, but obviously there was quite a bit of rotation in the team, right? Obviously Calendar is still in net with Jordi Alba, Aviles making his appearance back with Kritsov and Chelo, who also makes his way back into the starting lineup. Aviles coming off of his suspension, Chelo coming off of injury. Gomez, Busquets, and Cremachi make the midfield three. Gomez starting in the last game as well, starting back-to-back games. Good for him. Taylor, Campana, Gressel up top. Taylor retakes his spot in that left wing position. And obviously, no Redondo. He still traveled with the team. I saw him at the stadium. Um, but just for precaution, they did. Excuse me, the club Tata Redondo just did not want to play. Did not want to make the injury worse than I guess it already was. Right? They didn't want to make it any worse. So Outlaw already off rip coming in with the criticism. Campana is not looking great. I was going to save the attackers for last, but now that Outlaw, you said it, we're going to start from top to bottom. We're going to start with the attack first. Campana has been, I hate, I don't want to criticize Campana too harshly, because he's been good in the past. But as of recent times, he has been a little bit questionable, right? He has been questionable. And it's like Suarez isn't here. You got to step up. Like you have to step up. I feel like I should make myself bigger. I'm like looking at myself and I feel like I'm too small, but like I can't freely transform myself. So I'm just going to have to stay like that. But well, I guess I could do this. Yeah, you guys don't need to see all that subs and stuff. So yes, Campana has been like up and down. We've talked about it not in the preview for this game, but I think it was in the review or the preview for the last game against Nashville. We talked about Campana and his form, how it's pretty inconsistent, that he doesn't really look like he's just been off. He's just been really off recently, and that's I don't know if it's because if it's the amount of pressure that's on him. Because of the fact that he's our only other number 9. I mean, like, we have Afonso, but he plays on the wing, and Borgelin isn't really good for us in the first team, and so Campana is pretty much our only option to play up front who's, like, of any good quality, and, he gets into good positions, I feel like he's been getting into good positions, which is what you need to do as a forward. As a forward, obviously, you need to position yourself to score goals. I think he's positioned himself a couple of times, not too many, but it does he does seem a little bit I don't want to say lost, just a little bit off. He's just off. He's just off, but he's been off for quite a while now, for a couple of games now, and it's starting to really hurt us in the attacking phase of play. We do have Taylor, we do have Gressel, Gomez, and Cremachi, who are very attacking players, but I think without our number 9, I think obviously we're a man down. Like that's just a player down, and you can tell that in the buildup, without that number 9, we do tend to struggle just a little bit. Outlaw says, "Is not that I want to do it, but now that Messi and Suarez are not there, everyone looks like Campana and Taylor." That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, Outlaw. Like with the like talking about pressure and things like that. People are gonna look towards the Campana and Taylor, and now even Gomez now, and even and Matias Rojas when he comes back. But they're gonna look to them when Messi and Suarez are not here because it's that's all we got. That's what we got. And it's not bad. Those are not bad options. It's just what we have. They just have to now step up and live to those expectations that these people, the fans, put on them, which can be difficult. Which can be difficult, especially when you're playing with Messi and Suarez, who always perform essentially at their best. Skrilla coming in the chat, nice and hot. Coming in hot in the chat, got it right again to it. I think Skrilla, if you are betting on these games, I think you would be a millionaire by now. I think you have gotten like 99% of the scores correct. Like I don't remember the last time you were incorrect about a score. We normally, all of us, really, like everybody that normally comes, Ace Lionel, Outlaw, Skrilla, Lionel, El Argentino Lionel, we always get we pretty much get the score spot on. So honestly, props to you guys for having just amazing guessing. Like you just have amazing guessing ability. So um it was I predicted a 3-1 win. I thought I was a little ambitious and I think I originally said 3-0 because I really thought we were gonna get a clean sheet, but no, they scored one and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about how everything kind of built up. But I want to go through each of the players first and then we'll kind of we'll go into the goals and then we'll talk about how each player was. I mean off rip, right? Like off rip, what's it called? Robert Taylor scored the opening goal. He scored the opening goal in a very, very what I thought was shaky first half. Here, let me minimize this and let me go over here. It was a very, very shaky first half, in my opinion. I'm gonna make myself a little smaller, move myself over here. Oh, not like that. And if we go over here, yeah, so he scored in the 30th minute. He scored in the half hour mark in the opening like 25 minutes. Literally up until we scored that goal, I thought they were going to open up the scoring. I thought Charlotte were going to open up the scoring because I feel like they just had more of the ball and we kind of looked a little lost on the field in my opinion. Um and then when Robert Taylor came in, It was a great cross in from Chelo, who then Alba got it. I think it was Gomez, or I think Gomez got it. And then he gave it off to Alba. And then Taylor was on the right side, and he ended up putting it, tapping it in with the toe into the back of the net. It was a great bit of play there. Really good goal, and it came at a great time. I thought it was a well put together play. They obviously scored before the half. Very unfortunate. Like, and there's a lot to talk about for their equalizing goal, right? Because there was a foul in the build up play. Honestly, me personally, like, I don't want to seem biased, but I definitely thought it was a foul. And the reason why I think it was a foul, right? Because it's like the player, I forget who, I think it was the attacker. This guy, Agimeng, he was grabbing onto Aviles the entire time. He was pulling his shirt the entire time. And it, like, I tweeted it. I literally tweeted, I'm like, he wants to just take Aviles' shirt right off his back. Like, he was really, really clinging onto it and pulling it, and then pushed Aviles last second to get away from him. And Aviles was never winning that challenge, right? But still, I thought that should have been a foul. And maybe the referee in the VAR, Rubio Vasquez in the middle, thought that was just a little too soft to call to turn back. And they did spend quite a while. It was like I want to say it was 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes at that VAR. I want to say, let's say 3 minutes at the VAR screen looking over that goal. So it did take a little long, and I think ultimately they were like, "Yeah, no, we're taking too long. It's not clear and obvious." Like, I guess it wasn't just clear and obvious for them to overturn. So, and they didn't. They let it stand. So, I mean, hey, I mean, it is what it is. You can't really do anything about it. But Aviles, dude, like, I've said it in the preview, guys. Like, I really don't like Aviles. I really don't like how he plays. He always just seems to be biting a little too much, getting too far ahead up the halfway line. And in the MLS, you can't play like that. Like, and he should know by now. Like, it happens every single game. He steps up way too much and then loses his man. He'll either, like, the ball will go over him, it'll go through him, around him, it'll just go anywhere but where he's at. And he'll lose it, and then he can't beat his man. Aguiman was 100% faster than him, got away from him. I mean, obviously he pushed him, right? But then after that, it was Kritzhoff was left all by himself. And what is he supposed to do? And then it was a great goal by them, honestly. But yeah, so, and then he Aviles ended up getting another yellow today, like, after serving a suspension. And it's just, I'm really tired of seeing Aviles. Like, and I say it, I feel like I'm so repetitive, and I feel like I'm a broken record when I say it, but this guy is literally the most expensive center back in the MLS. This is the most expensive center back in MLS history, and he's playing like garbage. Like, it's like absolute trash, and I hate it. And people back him, and I don't. I have nothing against people who back him. Like, it's really not that deep, right? But I personally, like, I just don't like it, and I hate it. I just really dislike it. I really dislike seeing him play there. I honestly would rather have Sailor back there with Kritzov. I honestly would rather have Sailor. I'd rather have, or even Sergio Busquets. How we get onto the second half. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but I would much rather have Busquets in the center back position with Kritzov than with Aviles. But that's just me, right? Um, Moving into the second half. Oh, actually, no. Let me read your comments first, because you guys commented quite a bit while I was literally yapping that entire time. How about those lottery numbers? No, for real though, right? Like, Skrilla, you honestly get them spot on every time. Damn, no Alba Gomez next game. Yes, dude. I was gonna mention that at the end, but yeah, I mean, Capana was sucks today. Outlaw said the same thing. I talked about it. It's really, really bad, dude. Like, it's bad, but, like, I hate talking bad about him because he's been our guy in the past, right? He's been our guy, and now that Messi and Suarez are not here, everybody's looking towards him. Outlaw made this point as well. Like, he's under that all that pressure. He's been very inconsistent these last couple games, but I feel like it's been too long since he's been consistent, like, like, actually good. And I really was backing him as a substitute for Suarez, but now I feel like it's just not there. I think Leo Alfonso has to get a couple more minutes, maybe even maybe even coming in a little earlier. I mean, like, he came on in the 70th minute, which I thought was fine, but he came on for Taylor. I think I need to see Campana get taken out for for Leo Afonso. I don't like Borhelen, honestly, yet. Maybe even put Taylor as a striker, honestly. I don't know. But I feel like we can't just seem to get a striker that could play the full 90 minutes. Anyways, who saw Campana looking at? Yeah, no, Outlaw, you had it right. Yo, what's up, Rebellion? What's up, man? Come on, guys, hit the like button. I appreciate that, Outlaw. Thank you. Not really an excuse, but Aviles is young. He is young. It's not an excuse, right? But it's like he is young. He still has time, right? He has so much time. He's only like what, 19 years old? He's 20 years old. So he's very, very young. But I think we're halfway through the season yet, and we know what the mistakes are. And I feel like Tata knows what the mistakes are, and I think he should know by now what he's doing wrong. But I think he makes the same mistakes every single time, and I don't like it. Um, I don't understand to stay in the back. He's always playing high line for nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's good to play high. As a defender, you do need to obviously press up to a little more to the halfway line, even a little further to be in the build up, right? But I think he exposes himself too much and he leaves so much space behind him and he can't track back. And or he can, he's young, he's quick, but it's not enough. It's just not by the time the opponent gets the ball, the damage is done and like there's no coming back from it. And now it's all up to Drake Callender to make a save. And their goal wasn't at fault. It wasn't Drake Calendar's fault that they scored right. It was a great goal. It was well put together or it was well placed in that bottom right corner. Drake Callender almost got to it. It's not his fault. He did his best to cover as much ground, but yeah, no, I think Aviles needs to do better. Like he needs to do better at this point. Like if it was the beginning of the season, I would understand. Um, but no, we're 22 games in, guys. We're 22 games in. We're halfway through the season. We have Leagues Cup coming up. We have and we're at this is essentially halftime of the league, and we need him to step up now. We can't keep and if he keeps playing like this, he needs to be benched for Sailor. I'm like he needs to be benched for Sailor, and I'm being so for real. Either Sailor or Busi needs to start playing center back more. Busi needs to start playing center back more with Kritsov, and then Bright needs to be our starting CDM with Redondo and Cremachi, and then have Gomez and Taylor fighting amongst themselves in that left wing role. Campana and Leo Afonso as fighting for the striker position, and then Gressel. I don't know. Gressel, it's very Aviles, I think he is overdoing, trying more than he's supposed to. No, 100% he's overdoing it. 100%. His positioning needs work. 100%. 100% his positioning needs work. I think everything he needs work, right? But he's young and he needs to learn all this stuff. But like I said, we're halfway through the season. I feel like we should see some improvement at this point, right? I feel like I'm stuttering for no reason. We should see some improvement at this point in the season, but I feel like I'm just seeing the same thing from him. And and it's yeah, that's what I got from Aviles. And I think we all have the same opinion on him. Which is great because it doesn't make me feel crazy, right? Like he's still getting minutes, he's still starting and he's still playing by Tata, but we all see what we're all agreeing on what we see. And so that makes me think I'm less crazy. I'm less crazy. Um, let's wait and see when Messi comes back and talks to. I mean, I guess hopefully Messi can do something. I don't know, like talk to him or something. But I'll talk about the second half real quick. Well, I'll talk about the second half about Aviles, and then we'll stop on the Aviles hate. What's up, guys? Thanks, Matt, for all you do. Very interesting comments from you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Um, I very, very appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and supporting and interacting with the discussion. But let's talk about the second half with Aviles, right? Because there's a change, right? There's a substitution. Kritsov comes out at the halftime. At the half, Busquets shifts back into the center back role, and then Bright comes in. So with Busquets being there with Aviles, I feel like it was a lot. Yeah, it was better. It was better, right? I think he gave more direction for Aviles, even though yes, he did get booked at some point in the second half. I forget there was like a foul in the middle of the field here, and that like whole play was very confusing. But it is what it is. It happened. It doesn't matter. I thought there was a little more structure. I felt like Busquets was able to communicate with Aviles, give him more instructions, put him in put him in his place, kind of like just tell him where to go, making sure he isn't doing anything too stupid. So I thought in the second half it was a lot better than the first half. In general, and not just for Aviles and the defense, but I think in general it was just overall better in the second half with that change. And I think Bright and I we praise Bright in on this channel. We praise Bright on this channel. Bright from the beginning, ever since he's been coming off the bench in that first game that he's ever done, where he played like 10 minutes. Him getting more minutes now has really positively impacted the team, in my opinion. I think we are a completely different team with Bright in a good way, in a very good way. And him being that center defensive mid that we need with two attacking players like Gomez and Cremachi and even Redondo and Cremachi. Redondo, I think he's more of an attacking player. Him combine him with Busquets, and I think it's just very good. I feel very safe with them in our midfield and in our defense. Gressel is a fighter. He tries very hard. Chelo played well today. He made that pass to Alba. Well, passed to Taylor and scored. Yes. So who passed to Taylor and scored? Guys, Gressel, you guys can vouch for me, bro. I've been the biggest Gressel supporter since day one. Like, I always talk positive on Gressel. And I always say that he's always underlooked, especially that like he's stepped up to the plate ever since Messi, ever since Suarez left, ever since Rojas left. He's stepped up to the plate and he performs very well. Even with Messi and Suarez in the team, I think he still plays good. It's just that he is just overshadowed, right? Because essentially the best player in the world is taking his spot and he's playing that right center mid role instead of the right wing role. But either way, they still switch between positions. Regardless, Gressel plays good. He played well tonight. He got an assist, as I predicted. I predicted Taylor to score. I predicted Gressel to get an assist, and I thought Gomez was going to score, but instead it was Gremachi. Gremachi phenomenal. Gremachi is always in the right place. I feel like Gremachi. Gramachi is like he's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's always in, especially in the attacking phase of play. He's always trying to get in the best possible spot to help score or score the goal himself. And he scored the second goal tonight. He scored the winning goal, and I believe it was in the 85th minute, very late in the game, but it was an important time in the game to score. And he deserves huge props. I'm like burping a lot. I had dinner while I was watching the game, and I'm just burping constantly. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. But yes, huge props to him. Huge props to Gressel for whipping in that low cross into the box. Very nice. Nicely done. Um, Big shout out to Chelo. I thought Chelo did pretty good. I thought Jordi Alba obviously did good getting that assist as well to Taylor for the first goal. I thought these guys I thought everybody played pretty good. I thought this was a good win. We could have scored maybe one or two more. We could have scored maybe one or two more. I honestly think we got lucky that we didn't concede another one. It definitely felt that Charlotte were knocking on the door at some point, or most times during the game, I should say. But it wasn't as threatening as I think we were. I think we were more threatening when we were on the attack than they were. And yeah, sorry, I'm like literally yapping. I need to read you guys' comments. Um, Tata credit again. More credit to Tata using the substitutions, using the players that deserve to play. He gave Aviles another chance. I don't agree with it, but everybody else did really well, and obviously with the exception of Campana as well. Um, Tata today looks like he had fun smiling through the game. I apologize to Gressel. Skrilla, oh, Skrilla, you were a Gressel hater. There were a lot of, don't even apologize, Skrilla, because there were so many Gressel haters. And I literally said it from day one that he is the most underappreciated player on this team. And he's like low key one of the better players on this team. And nobody's given him credit until now because there is no Messi or Suarez to shadow him or to for him to be under their shadow, if that makes sense, right? So don't apologize. A lot of people literally don't like either they don't like Gressel or they don't like his play style, but I genuinely think that he is the most underappreciated player in this team. I think with the fourth official or the other coach, that was probably fake smiling, right? Like he was probably trying to get fouls in his favor and things like that. He's trying not to get sent off. Essentially, you always have to have a smile. Buen provecho. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm sorry that I'm like constantly. I think it's also because I'm drinking the water too, so it's like it's all mixing together. So yeah, yeah. Let me go back to full screen. Oof. Anyways, Um, what I learned from Messi being on the team, it showed a different way to play the game. I mean, like, yes, of course, when you have the best player in the world at your disposal, you're gonna pick up a thing or so. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's exactly what Gressel did, and I think that's exactly what most of the players have done in this team, especially with Busi and Jordi Alba still in this team. I think Bright, Cremachi, Aviles and Kritsov, and even say like Ian Frey, all of those guys are learning from really top quality players, who just have a completely different mind, and it's definitely showing. It's definitely showing on the field. Maybe Roja's gonna play on Saturday. Paraguay got eliminated from the Copa America yesterday. Yes, so I did talk about. I think I talked about that in the preview, but we'll talk about it again. Um, so obviously Paraguay, unfortunately for them, are out of the Copa America. So he's going to be coming back. I don't even think he played a game. Did I don't even think Rojas played for Paraguay. So he should be fully fit to play with us. I don't expect him to slip into the starting 11 straight away, especially with Redondo and Cremachi and Bright being in form. So if because they're in form, I don't expect him to get the start right away. Even at the winger position, Gomez could take it or Robert Taylor, um, depending on how fit they are, right, or how I don't know, um, how good they seem to feel on that day. But I definitely he probably will come off the bench, and he's been more impactful off the bench. I feel like than on like as a starter. So maybe it'll be beneficial for us for him to come off the bench. But yeah, we're already in July, guys. Copa America ends in 2 weeks from now, so there's not that many games left until we get Messi and Suarez back. He didn't participate in yeah, no, he didn't participate in any of the games. So he should be very, very eager to come back and want to take his spot back because we a lot of these players now, like I said, Gomez, Cremachi, Bushi, Bright, Robert Taylor, and they're all in form. They're all doing very, very well. So he needs to do really, really, really well in training in order to get his starting spot. Oh, did he have 6 minutes in one match? Oh, poor guy, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was his role from the beginning was to be a backup player. But yeah, I mean, respect to Paraguay, they were not good in the Copa America, so their campaign ended super super quick. Like like you literally blinked and their campaign was over. So sucks for them because they literally lost to Costa Rica. Like that is really like no disrespect to Costa Rica, right? But that's when like Paraguay are really really struggling. Um. Anyways, I think that is going to wait for the Leagues Cup for the team to be ready for that competition. We talked about that. I don't know. Outlaw, were you here for the preview? We talked a little bit about Leagues Cup. So Leagues Cup is happening. I believe it's July 24th, something like that. I think it's like July 24th, and that's like right in between two league games. So it's like no. I lied. That's hold on. No. I lied. I completely lied to you guys. So this is the thing about Leagues Cup. 3 days before Leagues Cup, 3 days before Leagues Cup, we have the MLS All Star Game, which Messi, Suarez, Bushi, and Alba will participate in because they were voted by the fans. And Fred said that in the preview. Fred Spot. and they were all voted to be in that team. That's 3 days before the Leagues Cup, which is, let me show you guys this right here. So we have one, two, three league games. The last league game being July 20th at home against Chicago. After this game, we have the MLS All-Star game. I think it's the 24th. And then on the 27th, we have Puebla away at Mexico in the Leagues Cup, in the first game of the Leagues Cup. So it's going to be very, very difficult because Messi and Suarez are going to be coming off of a Copa America. And obviously, this is what, like 2 weeks or a week after? Yeah, let's just say like 2 weeks after the Copa America. But still, it's a lot of games. It's a lot of games because let's just say Messi misses this Toronto game. Let's say he'll probably miss the Chicago game as well because he needs to be ready for the MLS All-Star game and Leagues Cup. So I don't think Messi's going to be playing any of these league games. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see and wait to see what happens. But that's going to be very, very interesting. I spoke about it in the preview. I hate this MLS All-Star game that's happening right dead middle of the season, and they couldn't just wait until the end of the season to do this. But Fred Spa in the preview said that this is a good marketing campaign for the League Cup just to promote the competition, because it's the Mexican All Star team versus the MLS All Star team. So the Mexican League, the Liga MX All Stars, and the MLS All Stars playing together, and that's supposed to promote the League's Cup or something. So, which makes sense, but like it's really annoying, right? Because it's just like a friendly that's probably gonna end up with a bunch of injuries. Like it's just like a disaster waiting to happen, right? Like it's just something bad is just is bound to happen with that game. I hope so. Tata and the owners are desperate to win everything. Yeah, no, especially after getting embarrassing, like after getting embarrassed by Monterrey, they're desperate to win MLS Cup. They're desperate to win Supporter Shield, Leagues Cup. They want to win something. They have to win something. And if they don't win anything this season, honestly, it's going to be a complete failure. Even if they win Supporter Shield, like winning Supporter Shield is not an achievement in my opinion. That means nothing to me, and it shouldn't mean anything to them. Supporter Shield means absolutely nothing. Do you want to risk them in that? Absolutely not. For the MLS All Star game, absolutely not. I hate like I genuinely like don't, not that I don't understand. I do understand why they're doing it, but it's like I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the fact that they're having this MLS All Star game in the middle of the season, 3 days before the Leagues Cup. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's just a disaster. I'm saying like it's a disaster waiting to happen. Somebody's gonna get People are gonna get hurt. Players are gonna get injured because like let's be real. It's literally the best MLS players with the best Liga MX players. Mexican with the US, like Mexican players with American players, or it doesn't even matter where they're from. It's gonna be a dirty game. It's gonna be a very dirty game. So yeah. I think Messi is going to play in league. Oh no, he's 100% going to play in League's Cup. They're going to because it's tournament based, and I think if they can't win the MLS Cup, they're going to have to try to win League's Cup. They're going to try to win as much things as many trophies as they can. And right now it's MLS Cup and League's Cup. So they're 100% going to go for it. Do you think Messi is do you think Messi is playing in that? Honestly, yeah, I think he's going to. Just for I think for it's probably under contract. Like they're like because they're gonna have to make money, right? They have to make money, and it's probably under contract. Like he's probably under the contract because obviously he's gonna get voted to participate in the team, like to be voted into the team. Because from what I understand, the fans vote on who gets to be in the MLS All Star team. So they voted for Messi, they voted for Suarez, they voted for Jordi Alba, they voted for Busquets, and all of them are in. Essentially, they got the majority vote, so they're all in. Whether they play, I have no idea. I honestly don't know how it's going to work, but I think they are going to play at least for a half because that's how they're going to get people to watch it. That's how people are going to people who don't watch the MLS, people who don't watch Liga MX are going to watch that game, and that might make them watch Leagues Cup. So, and that's the whole purpose of this All Star game, at least for this year. So they're gonna have to make it. They're gonna try to make as much money off of it as they possibly can. Think the team we saw today is going to be for Cincinnati, Toronto, Chicago. Oh, absolutely. I do not see Messi or Suarez playing. Maybe Suarez, but not Messi because Suarez hasn't really played. He's just been off the bench for Uruguay. But I don't see Messi playing in these next 3 league games. I definitely see him being benched. He's gonna save his energy for that MLS All Star game, and then save his energy for the Leagues Cup because it's 2 back-to-back Leagues Cup games on the 27th, August 27th, and August 3rd, and they're both at Mexico. They're both in Mexico. One again, the first one at Puebla contra Puebla, and the second one contra Tigres. So it's gonna be 2 hard games, man. I don't think so. He won't play. He's gonna play. He's gonna play. You might be right. It's all about money. That's what I'm saying. Like in America, that's just how it is. They're just all they're worried about is money and marketing, and that's what Messi is. It's just money and marketing to them. So and that's all they care about. But yeah. Um Next up, we do have Toronto, right? No, next up is Cincinnati. What am I talking about? Next game is this Saturday, July 6th. Same time, 7:30 p.m. This is our last away game in this 3 away game stretch that we have. We're 2-0. We're 2 out of 3. Um, we're gonna try to make it 3 out of 3 for away games, right? If I remember, I'm gonna look at the stats. I think I don't want to jinx it. Yeah. We are the second best team in the league when it comes to away record. When it comes to playing away. So Cincinnati are first, 11 games played, 9 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Inter Miami, 11 games played, 8 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss away from home. Away, only away games. At home, I think we're fourth, so we're kind of slacking in that department. But away from home, apparently we love playing away from home. So um we're doing really, really well. Hopefully, we have this big game against Cincinnati. Obviously, they're in second place. They still have a game in hand, so they can overtake us. But with this win, I think just we can delay. We can just stretch that gap a little more further, right? We can stretch that gap a little further. Right now, we're at a 2 goal difference. Um, if we win, we'll be at a what 5 goal difference or 5 point difference. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a breathing room with them. I think even if they catch up to us, if we beat them and then they still catch up to us with their next game, there'll still be a 2 point gap. So not a lot of breathing room, but it's enough to just hold first place. And we're halfway through the season, guys. Like we don't have that many games. Actually, no, we do have that. We do have quite a bit. The season ends in like October, so we do have quite a bit of games left. We have quite a bit of soccer to play. Cincinnati are obviously a great team. They're one of the best. They're one of the favorites to win the whole thing, and we play them this Saturday. And I'm very very excited. Hopefully, you guys can watch that. Obviously, hopefully, we're gonna be doing I'm going to be doing the preview. We're going to be doing the review as we always do here on the channel, on the SoFlo Soccer channel. And so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm going to be wrapping it up. From here, we are going a little, yeah. What time is it now? 11. Yeah, no, we're fine. Tomorrow's 4th of July. So everybody that's watching, I'm assuming everybody here is American. So happy 4th of July to everybody. Tomorrow, hopefully you guys celebrate that well with family, loved ones, friends. Hope you guys watch the fireworks, eat some good barbecue, do whatever it is that you guys do on the 4th of July. Just celebrate that day, and just be happy. And be happy that Miami won. Tomorrow's Copa America as well. It's the start of the Copa America quarterfinals, so we're looking forward to that. Argentina playing against Ecuador, and yeah, no, it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow. Hopefully, Argentina can get the win in the first quarterfinal match, in this Copa America. Let's go Cincinnati. Shut up, bro. Don't forget to. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Can I play a different song? Because this song has been stuck in my head, and all of you are gonna recognize it. All of you are gonna recognize this song. It's in theme. It's in theme. It's just not the. It's not the same song. Listen, listen, listen. You guys are gonna like this song. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It's a specific advertisement that is always playing on TV, and it's stuck in my head. but we're gonna play it right now. Ready? This is the outro.
Tell me, when will you be mine?
Tell me cuando, cuando, cuando.
Oh yeah, we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Oh, tell me cuando, cuando, cuando. You mean happiness for me.
Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. Happy 4th of July.
Every moment's a day. Every day seems a
Have a good night, guys. See you.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Happy 4th, guys. Happy 4th.
show